Assalamu alaikum, Nisambula Vinaka, and a good day to all our heads of schools, our teachers, parents, the dear students, and our community members. I hope you are all safe and enjoying your family time during this extended school closure. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to advise all our students, teachers, and parents that all schools nationwide will remain closed until 21st June 2021. After close consultations with the Honourable Prime Minister and the Ministry of Health and Medical Services, we found this to be the best course of action if we are to ensure the safety of our students and teachers given the severity of the current pandemic situation, not only in Fiji but across the globe. Every decision that we are currently making takes into account the need to safeguard Fijian lives from COVID-19 virus, and the decision to keep schools closed wasn't one that we took lightly, but it was necessary. Fiji is not alone in this, ladies and gentlemen. We are not alone in this. This is a global scenario. Many countries have had to take similar protective measures for their people. According to data collected by UNESCO from across the world, some schools have been closed for more than 41 weeks, almost the full academic year. Right now, 55 countries have schools only partially open, meaning they are open either just in some locations or only for some grade levels. And 26 countries have complete nationwide closures of their schools. The list of countries that have had to have complete school closures include much more developed nations like the United Kingdom, Canada, and the United States of America. The United States of America, for example, has had partial closures as long as 47 weeks and continues to have partial closures. In 14 countries, schools have remained largely closed since March last year. We certainly do not want schools to be closed for that long of a period, which is why your government and the Ministry of Health and Medical Services have been working tirelessly 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to reduce and ultimately stop the number of COVID-19 cases in its track. The Ministry of Health and Medical Services have been at the forefront of this war. Ladies and gentlemen, let me repeat this, at the forefront of this war against COVID-19. And I wish to commend all health workers, especially those on the front line, who have generously provided invaluable support to the ministry and the nation in the efforts to contain this. My heartfelt gratitude and appreciation goes out to all those volunteers, all our teachers who have volunteered, and all others who have volunteered and have selflessly come forward to assist and serve their nation at this hour of need. Your hard work and sacrifice is a testament to our Fijian unity, our resilience, and our solidarity, and I encourage all Fijians to take heed of this example. We need everyone on board. We need everyone to help if we are to get out of this current predicament. I also wish to commend parents and guardians for the phenomenal job you have done so far in keeping your children home safe at a time like this. I'm especially moved because parents and the entire communities, in fact, are struggling at the very moment. And despite your daily struggles, you have made sure your children stay home. The Fiji Police Force has confirmed the low movement numbers of children, and you have played a big part in this. Thank you very much. This is especially important, ladies and gentlemen, as studies have shown that children are more susceptible to the new B.1.617 variant of COVID-19, which is currently in our nation. Thank you for being responsible. Thank you for following the advice that has been given, because we are living in unprecedented times. And while the Ministry of Education, while your ministry is doing their part to keep our children safe, we need the continued support of parents and guardians now more than ever. It is crucial that children stay home while the battle rages on, so we continue to monitor and restrict the movement of our people. I cannot stress enough how important restricting movement is to restricting the spread of this virus. As we have been told many times, the virus moves when you move. Parents and guardians, you must ensure that your little ones remain indoors and continue with safe hygiene practices, not just for their protection, but that of their own household bubbles, which may include elderly, the sick, as well as other family members. And please, be there for your children who may not understand everything that is happening around them. Be present and ready to provide your children with support, not just with their studies at home, but for when the sadness of being away from school creeps in, when they start missing their friends, when they start missing their teachers, when they start missing their schools. Please be there for them. I understand that there are many concerns regarding the continued education of our children as they wait at home for schools to eventually start. While our primary concern remains the overall safety of our students and our teachers and our fellow Fijians, rest assured that we are not neglecting the continuing education of our children. Just because your children are at home, it doesn't mean that the education is doomed to become a COVID-19 casualty. Education never stops. We urge parents to make every possible effort to engage in the children, make every possible effort to ensure that the children are doing some form of academic and informal activities while they remain home during this month of extended closure. All our efforts, ladies and gentlemen, is aimed at making sure that Fiji is once again COVID contained and we once again regain our normalcy. The sooner we defeat this virus, the sooner we can get our lives back. We can only do this if we work together as one nation, as one people. We will only resume face-to-face classes and classroom teaching when we are once again COVID contained. I urge all Fijian children to remain indoors and remain safe. I urge all our teachers and our heads of schools to ensure that they provide the necessary support that the communities and the children would require in such challenging times. I urge all of you to follow the Ministry of Health and Medical Services COVID-19 protocols to ensure that we do our part, that we are responsible in our own ways to do what is best for our people and our nation. Thank you all. Stay safe and God bless Fiji.